Child's pose, please. Make your way into your most comfortable child's pose this evening, whatever that means to you. So you can have your knees closer together or spread as wide as your mat, with your arms reached out in front of you or resting back by your sides. Let your forehead come all the way to your mat, no matter what, even if your hips lift a little higher off of your heels. You can find any variation in between these two postures. And as you start to settle physically into your child's pose, take some time and attention to notice your breath. Just notice at first. Is it deep? Is it shallow? Is it slow or is it moving more quickly? Throughout this entire hour, your only job, your only responsibility is to breathe and to move. Take whatever you need from your practice today, whether that be really challenging yourself physically, maybe giving yourself a lot of ease, a lot of compassion. Take the time to notice what your body and your mind needs. As you settle into your child's pose, now start to lengthen your breath. You can start with your exhale, actively and intentionally pressing out all of your air. It's so empty. When you inhale, draw your air in through your nose, fill up your whole body, create space. And again, exhale completely, get empty. Take 3 more breaths just like this. Deep, full inhales. Complete exhales. Maybe you notice the stories going on inside your mind. Are they helpful? Are they kind? Keep those in mind. Gently start to bring some movement back into your child's pose. Wiggling your fingers, toes. This child's pose is always a really great place for you to come back to throughout class. If at any point you become overwhelmed, you need to take a break, you can come back here to take a couple of breaths. We'll also take collective breaths throughout class. We'll take a couple now, so start to exhale, all your air, get totally empty, S8. Inhale to fill yourself up. Exhale, HA. Once more, press out your air. Inhale, fill yourself up. This time, HM. Maybe you roll your forehead side to side, or stretch your hands from opposite sides to your mat, and to the other side. Take a breath or 2 to get settled. And as you're ready, draw your fingertips as far forward as you can, lifting your wrists, elbows off of your mat. Shift your weight forward into a tabletop. Once you get there, stack your shoulders, elbows, and wrists all in one line. Spread your fingers really, really wide. Press your palms into your mat. Stack your knees underneath your hips and press the tops of your feet and ankles into your mat. Start to find some cat-cows. For your cow pose, open your heart, your throat towards the front of the room. Lift your tailbone high. As you exhale, find your cat pose. Press into your palms, round your spine, tuck your chin in, pull your tailbone forward. Inhale for your cow pose, open your heart, your throat. Exhale for your cat pose, round your spine. Start to find this movement on your own. Inhaling for your cow. Exhaling for your cat. And feel free to bring any sort of organic movement that you want. This is your practice. It should feel as good as possible. Let it feel luxurious, the way you move your body, the way that you breathe. Remember that you really care for yourself, you care for your body. Maybe you find a rolling of the rib cage, the spine, shake your head, no, not a yes. As you're ready, start to find some stillness again. Find a neutral spine by pulling your middle belly up, engaging your core. Press your palms into your mat. As you inhale, reach your right hand forward, your left leg back behind you. Flex your left heel towards the back of the room. Envision your left heel being in line with your left hip. And reach your right hand really far forward like you're accepting a job offer, super firm. Reach your chin away from your chest. Find an inhale to get long. Exhale, tabletop, bring it back down. On your next inhale, reach your left hand forward, your right foot back behind you. Flex your right heel, your right foot reaching back towards the back of the room. Really engage through your core, and then also that you're strong back to keep yourself afloat. Keep your chin just slightly away from your chest. Get as long as you can, toes to fingertips. Find an inhale. Exhale, bring it back down to your tabletop. Find a couple more cycles of cat-cow. And the next time you find yourself in your cat pose with your spine rounded, tuck your toes under, lift your hips high, find your downward facing dog. It's our first one of class. Feel free to move it around however you want. Rolling your ankles, your knees around, your hips from side to side. Literally anything you want, anything that feels good inside of your body. See if you can maintain that really slow and intentional child's pose quality of breath that we had at the beginning of class, even though we're moving around a little bit more. When you're ready, find some stillness. We'll talk about our alignment a little bit. So just like in our tabletop, spread your fingers really, really wide, creating an L shape with your thumb and your index finger. Bend just slightly into your elbows to avoid overextending your arms. When you gaze back at your feet, it's about hips width distance, not too wide, not too narrow. Bend your knees just slightly for a moment. Lift your elbow and your hips up high towards the ceiling and bring your chest closer to your thighs to create a nice long spine. Maybe you re-straighten your legs if that is comfortable for your body. Find an inhale to reach your right leg just halfway. Flex your right foot towards the back of the room. Imagine extending your right foot all the way to the back wall. Then inhale your right leg higher, bend your right knee, open through your right hip. And find some movement here as well. Maybe rolling your right ankle around, your right knee around. It can be really dramatic or really subtle. It can be easy to lose your breath here when you're really focusing just on your body movement, trying to tune back in. Find an inhale, reach your right leg long. As you exhale, send your right foot all the way through between your hands. Drop your back knee all the way to your mat and untuck your back toes. Start to find some forward and back motion here, into your lunge and out of your lunge. Maybe into a half split. Try and let your upper body relax as much as you can while you're opening up through your right hip. And as you're ready, pause inside of your forward momentum so you're lunging into your front knee. Really activate through your left glute, and then as you inhale, bring your hands interlaced on top of your right thigh. Press gently into your palms and open through your heart and your throat, gazing gently forward towards the front of the room. You can stay here, you could bring your hands to your lower back, and you can also reach your hands up overhead, whatever feels best inside of your body. Find an inhale to open through your heart, lift your chin slightly. Exhale, release your palms, step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to find your breath. Find an inhale, reach your left leg just halfway, flex your left heel towards the back of the room, really extend through your left side. Then inhale your left leg higher, bend your left knee, open through your left hip. Find some movement on this side, and it could be really similar movements or something completely different than what you did on the other side. Remember to breathe. Find one more inhale, lengthen your left leg. As you exhale, step your left foot through between your hands. Drop your back knee to your mat and untuck your back toes. And same thing, start to find some forward and back motion on this side. And there's a good chance that your left hip is going to feel way different than your right hip. Notice if you want to do anything differently, maybe take an extra breath in one shape or another. Let your upper body relax. And when you're ready, pause inside of your front lunge. Activate through your right glute and inhale, your hands interlace on top of your left thigh this time. Press into your palms to open through your heart. Maybe you stay here, maybe you take your hands to your lower back or reach them up overhead. Whatever feels best in your body. It could be different than what we did on the other side. Find an inhale to roll your shoulders down your back. Exhale, release your palms. Step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Gaze forward between your hands, soften your knees, and take tiny little steps all the way up to the front of your mat. So tiny. Once you get there, hang heavy, forward fold. Totally relax through your upper body. Maybe you add some weight. You can grab opposite elbows, interlace your hands at the base of your neck or at the base of your spine. Take a couple of breaths here to hang really heavy. You can find a gentle bend in your knees. And then as you're ready, with an exhale, release your hands down towards your mat. Our feet are about hips width distance here. If you ever want to measure it out, 2 fists side by side right in between the arches of your feet. Point your toes all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. You can bring your fingertips to your shins or your thighs, whatever helps you find more length through your spine. You're creating space in between each vertebrae. Tuck your chin so your gaze is right in front of your big toes. Find an inhale, reach the crown of your head forward. And exhale, release, forward fold. Find an inhale into your mountain pose. Reach your hands up overhead. As you exhale, arrive here. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. Before we talk about our alignment or anything like that, just notice how it feels to be inside of this shape, especially if you've been sitting down a lot lately. Create a lot of space through your body. Take up a lot of space wherever you are. When you're ready, gently open up your eyes again. Find a groundedness through your feet. Press your hips forward as you pull your chest back. And reach really, really high with your fingers, but soften through your shoulders. Maybe your hands open a little bit wider. Find an inhale here, reach up and back. And as you exhale, release, forward fold. On your next inhale, reach up and past your mountain into that gentle back bend. Take out the paws at the top. Exhale, release down into your forward fold. Keep on moving all on your own as you inhale, reach up and past your mountain. And as you exhale, back down into your forward fold. Take this series 3 more times on your own, inhaling up into your back bend and exhaling down into your forward fold. And it's all at the pace to your own breath. So you inhale, you move. When you exhale, you move again. Let it be really simple. Take this time to tune into your breath and your body and let anything else fall away as best you can. When you're done with your 3 mountains, hang out in your forward fold. Again, hang heavy, let your neck relax. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. And exhale to release, forward fold. Step your feet back one by one. Pause inside of your upper push-up plank. We're gonna be here a little while to build some heat today, and then we're gonna set up our flow. If you ever need to come to your knees for some more support, you can always do that. Spread your fingers really, really wide. Again, find a gentle bend in your elbows so that you're not overextending them. Reach your heels towards the back of the room. Try and keep your hips in line with your shoulders. You guys are super strong. We're just going to be here for 2 full breaths. You got it. Use those open mouth exhales. Release some of the heat you're building. Super strong. Find an inhale. Shift your weight forward. As you exhale, lower down just halfway. Keep your elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tops of your feet in your hands. Open your heart towards the front of the room. And then as you exhale, lift your hips high and downward facing dog. Those 4 postures are our flow. You can take it at the pace of your own breath all throughout class. And you can always use your knees for your flow if you need it. Find an inhale, reach your right leg up and back. As you exhale, step your right foot forward. Keep your back heel lifted. You might want to walk your right foot more towards the edge of your mat for balance. Then as you inhale, reach up, crescent lunge. Reach your hands up overhead. As you exhale, arrive here, maybe lunge a little lower in your front knee. Become really aware of each part of your body. What kind of weight are you placing between either of your feet? What would be more helpful for you? Really take note of what your body wants and needs. Reach really high, just like in your mountain pose. Soften through your shoulders. Find an inhale, reach up, maybe a bit back. Exhale, release your palms. Step your right foot back and take your flow. It's upper push-up to lower push-up, and then upward dog into your downward dog. Once you get back there, inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, step it all the way through. You might walk your left foot more towards the left for some stability. Keep your back heel really lifted and inhale up into your crescent lunge. Exhale, arrive, maybe lunge a little bit lower. Notice how you're placing your weight between your feet. Tuck your tailbone just a little bit to activate through your core. Keep your hips level. Reach really high, soften your shoulders. Find an inhale to reach up and back. And then exhale, release your palms. Step your left foot back. Find your flow. Once you're back in downward dog, take that all on your own. So crescent lunge on the right side and then crescent lunge on the left side with a flow in between. Just the same way that you were doing your mountain poses, all on your own. You're going to use your breath as a guide. You're going to be your own teacher. You inhale, you move. You exhale, you move again. Notice, can you hear your breath? Can you feel your breath? You've gone through both sides on your own. Take it back to your downward dog. Keep lifting your hips high, pressing into your palms. Find an exhale, press out all of your air. Get so empty. Inhale, lift your hips high. Exhale, HA. Find an inhale, reach your right leg up and back. As you exhale, step your right foot through between your hands. This time, drop your back heel to your mat. Let your left hip roll forward as you lunge lower into your front knee. And then inhale to rise up into your warrior one. So reach your hands up overhead. And again, exhale to lunge a little bit lower in your front knee. Notice if one of your right knee wants to go in towards the center or out towards the other side. Just gently keep your right knee stacked over your right ankle. And let your left hip roll forward by pressing into the outer edge of your left foot. Find an inhale to reach high, and when you exhale, open warrior two. Reach your right hand forward and your left hand back behind you. Again, check in with that front knee. If you have to, just place more weight in the outer edge of your right foot to keep your knees stacked over your ankle. Point your right toes and your right knee all the way forward. Check in with your back hand. See if it's in line with your front hand, like one long line of energy shooting through your chest. exhale, release your palms to your mat. Step your right foot back. Find your flow. Once you're in your down dog, inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale to step your left foot forward. Drop your back heel to your mat. Take the time to roll your right hip more forward, square your hips towards the ground. And then inhale your hands up overhead for your warrior one. Notice if this side feels different than the other side. It doesn't have to be good or bad or evil. Notice if maybe one of your hips is a little looser or your shoulders feel a little tighter. We're going to gently lower your knees in towards one another to create some space between your shoulders. Inhale to reach high, and as you exhale, open into your warrior two. Check in with your front knee. As we get into these asymmetric poses, you'll notice maybe one of your hips is a little more open as well. Be patient, be gentle with your body. Let your gaze soften forward. Find an inhale, take up a lot of space. Then exhale, release your palms to your mat. Step your left foot back. Find your flow. And when you get back into your downward dog, keep on moving on your own. Warrior one and warrior two on the right side and on the left side with a flow in between. You can truly let your breath be your guide here. There's nothing else to do, nowhere else to be. Just you and your yoga. So you inhale, you move, exhale, you move again. Let it be really simple, even if it doesn't feel easy. Once you're in your downward dog again, lift your hips high, press into your palms. We'll take a breath together. Find an exhale to press out all of your air. Inhale to fill yourself up. Exhale, HA. Gaze forward in between your hands. Soften your knees. Walk your hop forward all the way up to the front of your mat. When you get there, bring your feet about hips width distance underneath you. Point your toes all the way forward. Bend your right knee pretty generously. Reach your right hand down towards the ground and reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. Find a twist through your torso. Keep your left leg as straight as you can without hyperextending it. And if you feel like you need a little bit more intensity, you can shift your weight forward into the balls of your feet. Let your right shoulder melt down towards your right knee. So your chest is open wide over to your left side. Reach your left fingers really, really high. You're creating space and you're twisting. If you're good here, stay here. It's a good place to be. Maybe you find a half bind with your left hand behind your back. Or if you'd like to try the full bind, it's your right hand underneath your right knee. And you can interlace your hands. Find an inhale here, twist your chest open. Awesome, and then release your palms on your exhale all the way back down to the fold. Give yourself a breath here. And then bend your left knee, reach your left hand down towards the ground. Inhale your right hand up towards the ceiling. Let your left shoulder melt down towards your left knee. As you reach your right fingertips high, twist your chest open towards your right side. And if you want to try out the half bind or the full bind, it is all yours, even if you didn't on the other side. And if you took the bind on the other side, it doesn't mean you have to on this side. Wherever you are, find an inhale, get back to your breath. Exhale, release your palms, forward fold. Find an inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. And as you exhale, release your palms, forward fold. Find an inhale, sit your hips low, reach your arms high, chair pose. Right away, notice if your knees want to go in towards one another or open out towards the sides. Stack them over your ankles. You might notice your toes want to lift up a little bit off of the mat, and that's a good sign. That means you're placing your weight in your heels. Just place your toes back down on your mat. as you reach really far forward with your fingertips, soften through your shoulders. Find a good deep inhale. As you exhale, release, forward fold. Find an inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, release your palms, step them off your feet back, find a flow. Just for a moment, shift your weight forward into an upper push-up plank. Come on down to your forearms. So you can either interlace your hands in front of you like a triangle shape, or you can keep your palms in front of you like a sphinx pose. And then start to walk your toes towards your elbows to find a dolphin pose. So a little bit like a downward dog, probably a little bit more intense. You're activating a lot of different things. Just notice what things are being really activated and only take it as far as you want to. Find an inhale here. As you exhale, just gently walk your feet back. And come into your downward dog, however you would like. Find an inhale to reach your right leg up and back. As you exhale, step your right foot through between your hands. Drop your back heel to your mat. Inhale to rise up into your warrior one. Then exhale into your warrior two. So we were here before. Notice if there are any little adjustments you want to make to feel more stable and strong. Soften your gaze over your front fingers. Flip your right palm up to face the ceiling. As you inhale, reach forward. And as you exhale, reach up and back. Reverse your warrior. So your left hand can rest on the top of your left thigh. Maybe reach it behind your back to press into the top of your right thigh. And try and just imagine opening up your right side there as much as you can. Let your chest face towards the wall beside you rather than in front of you. Find an inhale to reach long. As you exhale, release both your palms. Step your right foot back, find a flow. As you get into your downward dog, inhale your left leg up and back. As you exhale, step your left foot through between your hands. Drop your back heel to your mat. Inhale to rise up into your warrior one, and then exhale into your warrior two. Make any adjustments you need to before we go anywhere else. Let your gaze soften forward. Flip your left palm up to face the ceiling. Reach as far forward as you can on your inhale, and on your exhale, reverse your warrior. You could even go for like the weightless father hand, really extending your left wrist towards the ceiling. Try and roll your right shoulder back as you roll your left shoulder forward so that your chest is facing to the wall beside you. And remember to stay active in your lunge. Find an inhale, reach long, extend through your left side ribs. As you exhale, release your palms to your mat. Step your left foot back, find a flow. And then when you get back to your down dog, keep on moving on your own. So warrior one, warrior two on the right side, and reverse. And then warrior one, warrior two, and reverse on the left side. This is going to be our longest and our last one breath, one movement of this whole hour. Take the opportunity to dive right into your breath. You inhale, you move. You exhale, you move again. Notice if any of the stories inside of your mind are telling you anything that's not particularly helpful. You can use that tool, your deep breath, to bring you back into the present moment. You have the ability to make choices that make sense for you, including leaving anything that doesn't make sense behind. We'll take a breath all together. Find an exhale, press out your air, S-H. And now fill yourself up. Exhale, H-M. towards the front of your mat. When you get there, keep your feet at that hip-width distance we had before. Bend your knees as much as you need to so that you can reach your palms all the way flat on the ground. And then slide your hands underneath your feet so that you're stepping on your hands. So your toes are going to be where your wrist crease is, and it's okay if your knees are really bent. Once you get your hands under your feet, start to relax your upper body, gaze at the wall behind you if you can. This is your gorilla pose, just a hamstring stretch. If your legs are relatively straight, you can intensify the stretch by bending your elbows out to the sides to bring your chest a little closer to your knees. Take a couple of breaths here. Keep your hands where they are. Inhale for a mini half lift. Then exhale, release your palms. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, release forward fold. As you inhale, sit your hips low, reach your palms high again. Chair pose. You thought it was over. Roll your pinkies in towards one another to let your shoulders soften a little bit more. Check out your chair pose. See if it's the one that you want to be in. Maybe you want to sit your hips really low and really far back, or maybe you just want to take it easy today. Find your breath. Maybe open your chest a little bit more. Find one more deep inhale. Exhale, release forward fold. Let it go. And inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, release your palms, step or hop your feet back, find your flow. Once you're in your downward dog, find an inhale to reach your right leg up and back. As you exhale, right knee to right elbow. Strengthen through your core, find an inhale to reach your right leg long. As you exhale, right knee, left elbow, find a twist, look to the left. Find an inhale, reach your right leg long. As you exhale, right knee to your nose. Hover here, you got it. Step your right foot through between your hands. Drop your back heel to your mat. And then inhale to reach your arms back behind you like airplane wings. Power lunge. So let your chest fall forward like a 45-degree angle. And notice again, just pressing really firmly through your feet to keep yourself afloat here. Inhale to reach your arms back behind you and interlace your hands behind your back. Find an inhale to open through your chest, and then listen carefully. You're gonna dive your chest forward on your exhale, humble warrior. So your right shoulder can meet the inside of your right knee eventually. Let your neck, shoulders relax here, but stay active through the shoulders just to avoid any overextending. Find an exhale here, release your hands, and as you inhale, rise up into your warrior one. As you exhale, power lunge again, reach your arms back behind you. You guys are so strong. Press into your heels. Promise you won't be here for too long. Place your weight more into your right foot. Start to hover your left toes up off of the mat. You're going to come into an airplane pose. So you can reach your left heel back behind you, whatever helps you feel more stable. Maybe you're flexing your left foot or pointing your left toes towards the back. For now, your hands are back behind you. You could bring your hands to your heart center or maybe in front of you to test your balance. Wherever you are now, start to reach your arms in front of you. This is your warrior three. You guys got it. Find an inhale here. Get really, really long. And as you exhale, standing splits. Drop your hands down to your mat. Kick your left leg up as much as you can. Dive your forehead towards your knee. Find an inhale here, and exhale and release forward fold. Let it go. Shake your head, hips to no. Roll it around a little bit. Find an inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, release your palms down to your mat. Step or hop your feet back. Find a flow. Once you're back in your downward dog, maybe shake out your right leg a little bit. Give it some love. When you're ready, inhale your left leg up overhead. So you exhale, left knee to left elbow. Strengthen through your core. Inhale your left leg long. So you exhale, right knee to, twist. Inhale your left leg long. As you exhale, left knee to your nose. Again, strengthen through your core. And gently place your left foot down on your mat. Bring your back heel to your mat as well. And then inhale your hands back behind you like airplane wings. Open through your chest. Pull your shoulder blades together behind you. Really active through the fingers, through the crown of the head. It's like one long line of energy from the back of your heel through the crown of your head. Inhale here as you exhale. Interlace your palms and punch towards the back wall to open through your chest. Find an inhale here to open, and as you exhale, humble warrior. So dive your chest forward. Let your interlaced palms start to reach up and over your head. A little bit of a shoulder stretch. And just go to wherever you think your edge is. Find an exhale. Release your palms as you inhale. Rise up into your warrior one. When you exhale, release your palms back behind you again, power lunge. Start to place more weight in your left foot. Dive forward, so you're reaching your right toes slowly up off of the mat until your right leg is totally hovering. Just trust in your left leg, it's gonna hold you up. It's okay if it's wobbly, shaky. Maybe you flex your right foot or point your toes. Play around with any arm placement that you want. Then on your next inhale, reach your arms in front of you, warrior three. You guys got this for another inhale, get really, really long. Then dive again, you got it, that's where you're supposed to be, standing split. Dive your forehead towards your knee, reach your right toes as high as you can. Find another inhale, find your edge, you got it. And exhale, forward fold, awesome work. Let it go, wiggle your knees out, shake it off. Inhale to your halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, release your palms, step or hop your feet back, find your flow. When you're in downward dog again, let's take a breath all together. Find an exhale, press out all your air, press into your palms. Inhale, fill yourself up. Exhale, HA. Gaze forward in between your hands, soften your knees, walk or hop all the way up to the front of your mat. You can keep your feet separated for now. Just gently roll all the way up until you're in a standing posture. You can keep your hands where they are, just by your sides. Take a moment, maybe you keep your eyes closed, just to reconnect with your breath if you lost it. Maybe your heart is beating pretty fast. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe you can slow it down with your breath. Gently open up your eyes. You're going to do one more balancing act. So with your feet here, start to hover your left toes off the mat and bring them over to your left side. If you want to stay here, you can stay here for a sec to find your balance. And reach your right hand up overhead. Extend your left fingers straight out to your side. Find an inhale here. As you exhale, left knee to right elbow, cross over your body. You can take it really slow. Find an inhale, reach long. Exhale, twist. Inhale to reach long, stay extended through your spine. And exhale, knee to elbow. And we'll start to bring the other arm in. So inhale your left leg long, and then exhale everything, moving your left arm. Inhale here. Exhale, pull everything in. Just one more, find an inhale. Exhale, bring everything in. And then just relax, shake it off. We'll even it up. So bring your right toes over to the right, start to hover them up off of the mat.
Take a moment here if you need to stabilize. Get really tall through your left leg here. And then inhale your arms up. Inhale, extend as you exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, long. Exhale your knee to your elbow. Inhale, get long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, get long, and we'll start to pull everything in. So exhale everything to the center. Inhale, get really long. Exhale everything to the center. Inhale, get long. Exhale everything in. Last one, inhale, get really long. Exhale everything in. And just let it go. Take a second here. When you're ready, bring your feet all the way back together to touch. So toes, knees, and thighs all touching in towards the center. And inhale your palms up overhead, press them together. As you exhale, sit down into your thunderbolt. So you can stay here for a moment with your arms extended. Press your pinkies into each other to really light up through the muscles of your rib cage. Inhale long with your fingers and exhale your hands down to your heart center. Inhale to roll your shoulders down your back. Exhale, lean forward and twist towards the right side. So bring your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Imagine like someone is gently just tugging on your right shoulder to twist your torso. Just maybe 1 centimeter deeper. You can use your breath to deepen your posture. Maybe you take a flyaway. Here you could go left hand down, right hand up. If that feels good in your body, maybe you try out the vine. Find an inhale as you are, just 1 centimeter deeper. And exhale, come back to center. And now roll your shoulders down your back. And twist the other way. So bring your left elbow to the outside, your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Open your heart and your chest towards the left side of you. Maybe you take your gaze up towards the ceiling if that feels good on your body, on your neck. And again, you could try out a flyaway, maybe right hand down, left hand up, or a vine. You could reach your left hand behind your back. Whatever feels good inside of this shape. Find an inhale as you are. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, roll your shoulders down your back. Exhale, stand up straight. And maybe keep your palms pressed and just reach them up overhead. We're going to do some side bending, so you can keep your hands like this. Maybe you interlace your fingers and just leave your index finger. And you can also grab opposite wrists. So find an inhale here, get long. As you exhale, bend over towards your right side to stretch your left side body. So if you're grabbing your wrist here, you would grab your left wrist to stretch open through your left side rib cage. Keep your chin away from your chest. It can feel maybe a little bit compressing on the spine. You can counteract that by just getting really long through both sides of your body. So extend through your right and your left arms. And then inhale here. Exhale, come back to center. If you're grabbing your wrist, just switch wrists now. And then inhale, get long. Then exhale, start to stretch the right side of your body. So over to your left. And one of your sides maybe feels a little bit looser than the other. That's okay. Just keep breathing through it. Keep your chin away from your chest. So super active to protect the muscles of your spine. Find an inhale here. Exhale, come back to center. Find an inhale or reach up and back with your hands. Maybe a back bend. And exhale, release your palms to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, release your palms, step or hop your feet back. Find your flow. Once you're in your downward dog, again, we'll take a breath all together. And then exhale, press out all of your air. Inhale, fill yourself up. Exhale, HA. Find an inhale, reach your right leg up and back. As you exhale, step your right foot through between your hands. Drop your back knee all the way to your mat. Untuck your back toes. Start to find that forward and back motion. So this is the way that we started class. Notice if your body feels a little bit different now in any way. As you're ready, start to pause in that forward momentum. Inhale your hands up over your head. You can activate through your left glute here to open up through your left side hip. Notice how that feels. And find an inhale to reach long. As you exhale, reach your left hand forward and your right hand back behind you. Twist open towards your right side. Imagine really reaching for something at opposite ends of the room. Create some space inside of your shoulders. This pose especially super asymmetric. No doubt your other side is going to feel way different. Just take some time with your body. Really use your breath to create space inside of those tense spaces. Maybe you take your gaze to the back of the room. Find an inhale. Exhale back to center. At this point, find whatever arm placement you want. Maybe palms together or at your low back. Find an inhale to open through your heart. And exhale, release your palms. Step your right foot back. Find a flow. As you're in your down dog again, inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot through. Drop your back knee to your mat, untuck your back toes, start to find some forward and back motion. Again, notice if it feels different than the way it did at the beginning of class, and also if it feels different than the other side. When you're ready, pause inside of your forward lunge, activate through your glutes, and then inhale your hands up over your head. As you exhale, reach your right hand forward, your left hand back behind you. Find a twist through your torso. It's going to be a shoulder stretch. And again, it's probably going to be at least slightly uneven, just because generally one of our shoulders is way tighter than the other. Maybe you take your gaze over your left fingertips to test your balance a little bit, get a different perspective. Really reach for opposite ends of the room with your fingertips. Find one more inhale, twist a little deeper. Then exhale, come back to center. Inhale, reach your hands up over your head, open through your heart. As you exhale, release your palms, step your left foot back, find a flow. And once you're in your downward facing dog, we'll take a breath all together. Find an exhale, press out your air state. Inhale, fill yourself up. As you exhale, HA. Find an inhale, reach your right leg up and back. This time, bend your right knee, open through your right hip, and send your right knee forward towards your right wrist. Lay your right calf out in front of you and let your left leg extend back behind you. You're going to gently start to lower your upper body to wherever you are comfortable with, and that can vary day to day, week to week, especially if it's been a little while since you've been on your mat. Maybe you are up on your forearms, making a pillow for your forehead with your hands. Maybe your forehead's all the way on your mat, or if you have something handy like a block or a piece of clothing, your cat, you can rest your forehead on it. Start to release your hips down into your mat. And this is going to be one of the moments that might be physically challenging. It might be challenging in other ways too. If you're someone who doesn't take stillness very often, I'm definitely one of those people, always on the go, always on the move. When you take stillness, your brain might start to light up and make all sorts of fun activities for you to think about. If that's happening, you start to tune back into your breath. Or notice those stories going on in in your mind? Are they helpful? Are they kind? With your deep inhales, draw your air into your body, into places that need a lot of space created. As you exhale, sink a little closer to your mat. Our hips are really deep muscle groups, so we take a little extra time, a few extra breaths to dive deeper into them. And if you want to stay in your half pigeon for longer today to stretch even deeper, you can do that too. We're going to take a breath in our half pigeon all together, so press out all of your air, SH. Inhale, fill yourself up. Exhale, HM. Gently press yourself up and out of your half pigeon as slowly as you would like. And then make your way back to your downward dog. Maybe you take a flow or a child's pose or just go straight back. And when you are ready for your left side, it's ready for you. Inhale your left leg up and back. Bend your left knee to open your left hip, and then send your left knee forward towards your left wrist. Let your right leg lay back behind you. Notice your left knee here. If you're kind of laying more on your left thigh than your left calf, just start to work your left knee a little towards the outer edge of your mat. And again, lower your upper body to wherever is comfortable for you. And it might be different than the other side, even if it's something subtle, like you're just resting your forehead on top of your hands on this side. Sometimes it's most helpful to not go into the deepest expression that you can of a posture, because you might be forcing yourself into that deepest expression, and it might be more helpful just to take a step back and really stretch into something that's a little bit more comfortable to get your body used to it. Use that tool, your really deep breath, to work into your stretching hips. Now you inhale. Now you exhale. Let it be really simple. Take a breath together here. Find an exhale. Exhale all of your air. SH. Inhale to fill yourself up. Exhale, HA. Allow yourself a couple more breaths to get up and out of your half pigeon. If you want to take a flow, it's going to be our last flow of class. Or if you'd rather take a child's pose or go straight back to your downward dog, you can do that as well. As you get back to your downward dog, just bring your knees all the way down to your mat. And we'll set up for our camel pose. So bring your toes, the tops of your feet on top of your mat. You can bring your hands to your low back with your fingers pointing towards the ground like you're putting them in your back pockets. You can also place 2 fists on your lower back if you kind of have tight shoulders. That will help roll your shoulder blades in towards one another. Really activate through your glutes, press your hips forward, and pull your chest back. And for your camel pose, just start to open your heart and throat towards the front of your room. Gaze towards the ceiling, and maybe that's your camel pose. Maybe this feels good for you today. If you want to take it further, just like Gabby and Lexi are doing, you can just keep taking your gaze farther back behind you. Maybe at some point you take your heels, your hands to the tops of your heels. When you're ready to come out, do so on an inhale. Roll your spine up with support on your low back and just come to seated all the way down to your heels. And you can stay here or you can come into a cross-legged seat if that's more comfortable for you. Close your eyes. You can bring your hands to wherever you would like on your body, whatever is most comfortable for you. And take this time to gain anything that you need right now. Maybe you need a really deep breath. Maybe you need someone to tell you that it's all going to be okay. We'll take a breath here, find an exhale, press out your air. Inhale, fill yourself up, draw your air all the way through your body. Exhale, when you're ready, gently swing your legs forward in front of you. We're actually going to set up for a pose called fire log. So come to a cross-legged seat. And then we're going to do both sides. So keep both of your feet flexed. And you're going to bring your right heel on top of your left knee. If you have a block, you could use them if there's like this really big space right here. You could rest your knee on the block. But if you can just gently press it down a little bit without forcing anything with your right hand. This is just a good hip stretch. If you're not feeling anything too intense, or you just want to go deeper in the pose, you can start to bend forward. Just keeping your spine straight, reach your low belly towards your calves, and maybe your hands reach out in front of you. And once you feel like you found your edge, maybe your right glute is stretching a lot, and you can start to relax your neck around your spine. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, start to walk your hands back to your feet, and we'll switch it out. So bring your right leg on the bottom now. Keep both your feet flexed again. Bring your left heel on top of your right knee. And again, if you have pretty tight hips like mine, you might benefit with a block in between your knee and your foot. You can stay here if you want. Or if you'd like, you can start to hinge forward at your hips. And again, if it feels really intense, you can pause anywhere in between two. Notice if your lower back is tensing up, try to relax it so that the stretch is focused on your hips, so that your neck and shoulders relax. Take one more inhale. Start to walk your hands back. Extend your legs out from you. We'll take a seated forward fold. We'll take a couple actually. So flex your feet in towards your face. Find an inhale to reach up high. As you exhale again, hinge forward. So instead of trying to just get your forehead all the way on your knees, focus on bringing your lower belly down to your thighs, especially if you're working on your hamstring, flexibility, mobility, straighten through your spine. And then once you really hit your flexing point, you can start to relax through your head. And then inhale. You exhale, roll your spine all the way up. And then if you want to join in on a wide-legged forward fold, bring your legs out wide, or if you prefer, you can do a butterfly with your feet. Both of them kind of stretch the inner thighs. So if you're in a wide leg, you can keep your feet flexed, inhale, reach up high, and butterfly to just start to hinge forward. And again, you don't have to get your chest all the way on the ground or anything, as long as you're getting a good stretch through your inner thighs. If you're in your you're wide-legged, keep your feet active. If you're in your butterfly, just relax. When you're ready, walk your hands all the way back up. And we're just going to hold a boat pose for a little while while we end class. So you can bring your feet parallel to the ground. If you want, you can straighten your legs, or you can bring your toes down for a little more support. We'll be here for 10. You guys got it for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, just slowly lower all the way down to your mat. And now reach up overhead. As you exhale, pull your knees into your chest. Roll yourself around in little circles. Massage your low spine, maybe forward and back, side to side. When you're ready, bring the soles of your feet together to touch. Open your legs out wide, your knees out wide for your butterfly stretch. You can grab your feet or your ankles and bring your feet wherever you want to. And then as you're ready, grab the outer edges of your feet and open it into your happy baby. So your knees will stack, your feet will stack right over your knees. And if you want another good hip stretch, you can pull your knees down towards your rib cage. So give this for some expressive rest too. Roll it around side to side. Maybe a flutter of the lips. Or a lion's breath, tongue out long, release a lot of heat. And before we end class today, just pull yourself into a little ball. Just pull your knees into your chest as tight as you can. Maybe grab opposite elbows, scrunch up your face, tense everything up, pull your toes in. Yeah, scrunch everything into a little ball. And then relax, release into your Shavasana. Let your palms face up towards the ceiling or rest somewhere on your body. Close your eyes, there's no more work to do. You dedicated a whole hour to working really hard, and now you can let it all soak in. I'm gonna read a quote, and I'll read the singing bowl, and then our class today will be over. I can't express enough how happy I am to be here with these people and with everyone tuning in. It means so much that we are still able to share our yoga with everyone. And thank you for tuning in. Our link is at the bottom of our bio here. So if you want to donate, we would appreciate that so much. If you have anything to give, or just tell all your friends to tune into our videos. We're really active on social media as well. Our quote today is from an unknown source. He said, "When I was a young man, I wanted to change the world. I found it was difficult to change the world, so I tried to change my nation. When I found I couldn't change the nation, I began to focus on my town. I couldn't change the town, and as an older man, I tried to change my family. Now, as an old man, I realized the only thing I can change is myself. And I suddenly realized that if long ago I had changed myself, I could have made an impact on my family. My family and I could have made an impact on our town. Their impact could have changed the nation, and I could have indeed changed the world." Finally, exhale, press out your air. Inhale, fill yourself up. And exhale, HA.